Nice, nice. Well, before you do, if you haven't already, if you could please retweet the room, share it out, drop some comments, tag some friends. A few more people will be joining very shortly as well. But let's make this an epic Friday night. I'm super excited. We've got some great topics to talk about. Bacon's going to be dropping the first one. We're going to have a cool, nice little relaxed community walk-in space tonight where projects can come up and talk to us about who they are, the projects, what they're doing, what they think about Web3 and everything in between. And it'll be a nice, cool, relaxing build-up for tomorrow's space, which is going to be an absolute banger. Bacon, take it away, my friend.
Yeah, what's up, guys? So something that I've been keeping an eye on is Pulse Chain. You guys have probably heard me mention it a couple of times. Does anyone in the room actually know what Pulse Chain is?
I mean, I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's connected to Hex, am I right? Or Richard Hart, shall I say?
It's not related to Hex, but it is related to Richard Hart. So essentially, he is creating a new blockchain. And it's going to be essentially a copy of Ethereum in a similar way that Polygon's a copy of Ethereum, Binance is a copy of Ethereum, that sort of thing. And it's going to be different because it's going to carry the system state. So something a bit like a Bitcoin Cash, when Bitcoin Cash forked from the old Bitcoin, it forked over. There's been other instances of Ethereum being forked in a similar manner to Pulse Chain, but it was done in a slightly different way. And what we found from those forks was the value didn't carry over. The value didn't carry over to the other chain, and it was because of the liquidity pools. So how liquidity pools work is you have two currencies in a basket that people can use to trade in and out of. That's a very basic way of explaining that, and it makes them really what's the word? Unbalanced. So one side is really heavy and the other side is really light. So that causes a problem for price. Pulse Chain seem to have found a fix where the Pulse token is going to be used to buy up the lopsided liquidity pools to attempt to maintain the same values that are on Ethereum. Does anyone have any questions?
That's interesting. So it's a hard fork, technically. It's going to be a direct copy of the original chain, and
it's going to be a copy of the original chain, yeah.
But it's its own blockchain.
It's its own blockchain, yeah. But everything that's historical on Ethereum will remain true on this new network. So any historical transactions up until that point would be reflected in Pulse Chain.
So would that mean as well in regards of any fees, like, would there be the same incidence with gas fees, or what is it that's going to make it better than Ethereum if it's going to mimic it?
Yeah, so you can kind of think about how Ethereum was very, very cheap when it was first created. You could say the same about Polygon, was also very, very cheap. And most of these blockchains were very cheap to use when they first started. But obviously with the token appreciation, that can then become a problem. There are lots of efficiencies that have been made in how the blockchain operates in order to bring down that fee structure. So we wouldn't experience the same kind of Ethereum fees. You'd need to, I think it's 30x the traffic in order to reach Ethereum's level. I think it's 30x.
Wow, nice. Wolfpack, welcome to the space, welcome to the stage, and you have your hand up, so you must have a question, my friend. Fire away.
Well, I was gonna say I'm anti Pulse Chain.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. This should lead to a good conversation. Then I like it. What is it about Pulse Chain that you're anti?
It will ruin NFTs. Make a duplicate NFT of every NFT that exists.
But surely that gives a marketplace more opportunity to acquire the NFTs that they want. So if you've got like a Bored Ape that's worth loads of money on Ethereum, well, there'll now be a marketplace for that on another chain.
Yeah, but
so that person that may not necessarily be willing to sell could sell into a different marketplace.
Yeah, but who owns it? Because when it's made on the Pulse Chain side, nobody owns it.
Yeah, well, the key holder will hold it. So if you hold the key to your wallet, then you'll hold the key to the same wallet on Pulse Chain. So as long as you have the keys for the wallet on Ethereum, you will have the keys on Pulse Chain.
But
It's the same key. It's the same wallet address.
If you watch the thing, if you watch much information on it, I don't know if you know the guy that started Pulse Chain. I'm also not a big fan of him. He started there's another coin.
The Hex token.
Yeah, and the Hex, and he is the one. And if you go on there, he talks about how it will like cause problems for a lot of things, because now here's the thing: it's not just on a different blockchain. Now every NFT is not going to be unique. So you're going to have two of the same NFTs. Yes, there'll be separate blockchains, but you will have two separate NFTs. It will not be a unique one, because now I'll own the same.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. In which case, there may not be a market for it, because people will see it as an inferior NFT. It's not a legitimate Ethereum NFT. It's a copy. So some people may consider it has less value because it has a copy. But then, like I say, if someone wants that on that Pulse Chain, then there'll be an open market for people to buy and sell what they want.
I just thought about an interesting aspect, though. Like Wolf was saying, it does present an interesting predicament for NFTs, right? Now, from a founder side, if you have you provide utility with your NFT, and now there are double the amount of NFTs. Obviously, it still can be tied back to that original holder, that original wallet. So you can't double their holdings if it's like a utility-based product, right? You can obviously double the image, double the NFT, but you can't. I mean, there's no way for the NFT founder to just suddenly double their utility. Right.
Functionality. So yeah, you mentioned something there, functionality. So obviously a lot with smart contracts and stuff like that, the functionality would need to be adopted in order for a lot of the smart contracts to work. Now, if it's a properly decentralized renounced contract, then it will just carry on as per normal. But with the type of things you're talking about, with like utilities with NFTs and things like this, it would be down to adoption. It would be down to the the holder of that project to decide whether they want to do the Pulse side of it or not. It's a choice.
Right, because I guess each individual founder could say we are going to be Pulse compatible, or they could say they're not going to be Pulse compatible, right? I mean that wouldn't even, in a way, that wouldn't even necessarily be like a rug, right? But it would be like, or maybe you could give people the option to take their pick.
Yeah, I mean, you could say something like USDC. Let me use USDC as an example. USDC have a switch that they can flick that turns off the coin. So on Pulse Chain, they can just choose to switch it off and just not maintain USDC on the Pulse Chain.
Now, you know what I just thought? I'm almost about this. I think if you have an NFT on Ethereum, right? And now you decide, you know what? I'm going to shut my Ethereum token down and turn on my Pulse token. I'll still get my rewards, but less gas fees and everything.
Absolutely, right. Absolutely. So this is a real opportunity for those projects that have been priced out of Ethereum to continue to function.
Right. And you would still get, the thing is you would still get the same security, the same functions. You would still have the big projects on there because they could swap over.
Mm-hmm. And from an onboarding perspective, everybody who's on Ethereum is now basically already onboarded onto Pulse Chain. It's up to them whether they choose to do with it. It's up to them. It's up to the key holder as to what they want to do with their wallet or their contracts.
Well,
I mean, I like even that double like our meme coins, right?
So they're getting tricky.
It's gonna double all the ERC chain, like everything, right? So
all the ERC20s, including NFTs, right. All the smart contracts, so like, everything. Now, the thing with the smart contracts to keep in mind is they need a front end. Now, the front end, they can just keep it as Ethereum, or they could have a button to turn on Pulse. Yeah, go on. Go ahead, Tricky.
You on the phone, Wolf?
Yeah, hold on.
Mute your mic, bro. Where was I? I got distracted by that. I heard the phone and was like, was he hitting the soundboard, or was he actually on a phone call?
Yeah, welcome to the new people who joined the space as well. And Bobcat, welcome, my friend. Yeah. Bobcats.lens is an absolute Web3 icon. So if anyone's into Web3, drop that man a follow. And welcome to everyone else that joined as well.
My buddy Alex down there as well. I see you, buddy. I see you, Easy.
Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Lambkin as well.
Hey, Alex. Adjust that profile, man. Fill it all out so people can recognize you.
So yeah, everyone, so everyone has an opportunity here, you know, especially smaller projects on Ethereum to adopt Pulse Chain and have this ecosystem where things will be so much cheaper to transact.
Right. So,
and it may even be more decentralized as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like how they could, I mean, because technically you could just say it's a representation of the ownership on both chains, but for some things, like if you sell it, obviously you can't have more holders than you have spots for. And for like meme coins, right? Like if I've got a meme coin that just doubles up now, they're going to have to pick, like the project's going to have to basically decide which way it's going.
With some projects, they can just simply adopt both because they both, you know, are present. Right. So it's a very interesting experiment. There's been similar experiments before with the ETH 2.0 upgrade when they did I think it was a Shanghai upgrade. They forked the chain and there was an Ethereum proof of work, and it didn't quite work out because the liquidity pools were so imbalanced. It caused problems with price, and it also caused problems with liquidity, and therefore the lack of, because they were so imbalanced.
That's interesting.
Keep in mind though that with this, Ethereum loses, I think I want to say 1,000,000% in value, and what I mean by that is you'll get, for every ETH you'll get one Pulse, but the Pulse will be priced so significantly lower than the equivalent Ethereum, but obviously that's a 1-for-1. But with Chainlink, if you've got 30 Chainlink, you get 30 Chainlink, etc., etc. So it's So if people are thinking they're going to, you know, be able to double their Ethereum bags, that's not the case. Ethereum gets watered down significantly, so you'd be better off holding anything other than Ethereum for this snapshot. It may have already happened. I saw a tweet the other day that said it could be here within the next week. It's quite exciting. It's just, I want to see what happens. Yeah. I also sacrificed for Pulse and Pulse X. So what that means was I sent money to a wallet with no expectations of profit, purely on a political statement of freedom of speech and freedom of movement. So I should receive some Pulse tokens for my efforts there.
Yeah, that is really interesting. And what would you say are any downsides to Pulse Chain that you've looked at and thought could be a bad thing about it?
Well, everyone's going to get a copy. So if you look at airdrops in general, they tend to have big sell-offs and find a bottom and make some sort of U shape before finding their sort of natural price. So we could see an imbalance of values between Pulse Chain and Ethereum. So it might be worth early doors with Pulse Chain, maybe selling and maybe just sort of moving it into something that's maybe not as volatile, some sort of stable coin maybe, to ride out the initial volatility. But then I think at a later point, there'll be an opportunity for arbitrage maybe, where you could play the prices against each other. So you can buy, say, I don't know, 10 Chainlink on one side and it costs you 10 quid, and you can buy Chainlink on the other side, but it only costs you £6, and you can trade that in difference. And what that will do is that will help the price to find parity, where they'll be of a similar valuation. Well, at least that's what we've kind of seen with other types of liquidity. That kind of seems how it works.
Right. It should.
Yeah, that is really interesting. If anyone has any questions as well, anyone who's listening, just put your hand up and we'll get you on the stage and you can ask any questions. Definitely.
Yeah, or just drop a chat in the old chat box there, and if you've got any questions and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, I'm quite knowledgeable on the subject. I've done a lot of research on it. So I'm in a good position to be able to answer questions on this particular topic for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Even if there are opposing views as well, because that's the beauty of having a platform like this, is that if people disagree or are completely against what you're talking about, that we can have a great discussion about it, and that's all part and parcel of having a platform like this, isn't it? So like Wolfpack was just saying then that he feels differently about it, and then and you just can talk about the differences and why you both think that, and we learn along the way as well. So I think it's a really good thing that we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, one of his points was the founder, this character, Richard Hart. I'm not a massive fan of his. He's not the kind of guy I'd want to be sat next to at a fancy dinner, because he'd probably do my nut in. But he's a smart guy, and he seems to have a real understanding of how all this crypto stuff works. He does preach a lot about self custody and holding your own keys and all this sort of stuff. So he is saying a lot of really sort of important stuff that people need to know about in Web3. But then he's also a very divisive character because he's a bit of a bully. He's very quick to belittle people and try and make other people seem like they're stupid,
doesn't he? But I think as well, I've heard quite a few people say that they don't trust him from his background, and that he also wears like a pendant as well that represents a pendant of some form of logo on it that represents scamming or hacking of some kind. I can't remember exactly how it were, but I heard quite a few people talking about that side of him, that there was, that he's got a past that people don't trust. Do you know much about that?
Yeah, there's this one particular article that has quite a few falsehoods in it. I haven't done enough research on Richard Hart to say, for certain that he hasn't got some stuff in his past that's a bit dodgy, but he has been challenged about it before in some interviews that I've seen. And he tells it from his perspective. I think a lot of the thing that people talk about is something when he was scammed, in fact, where he had his property stolen from him by his sort of legal advisor, who he trusted, and they took all his property and stuff from him. It was crazy. He also was part of those payday loans. So those loans where it was like a bajillion% a year. That was a product that he had. So obviously that's not a particularly nice kind of industry, as it were, like the way that it was quite exploited, where they'd give credit to anybody, but with these just massive APRs. And obviously now that's now illegal, those practices, but there was some sort of legal loophole, and he took full advantage of it. He's an opportunist, and he saw an opportunity, so he did. But yeah.
No, that's really interesting, and well, that's the side of Web3 and crypto that I think can become kind of controversial, because I suppose it is about the opposite end of censorship and that freedom to create your own systems rather than operating in the one that we're sort of given no option but to operate in. I think is a really interesting character, and I've done a little research on him, but I've not done nowhere near enough research on him for me to make a judgment as to whether I think he's good or bad. I have obviously seen the videos of him having debates with people, and he always seems to come out on top, and he seems to sound like he knows what he's talking about. But I'm going to do a lot more research into him, because after listening to you talk about Pulse Chain, it does sound really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. My buddy Ingsy's on the stage. If you unmute yourself, mate, you can ask us a question.
Evening all.
Yeah, welcome.
How's it going?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Nice to hear your voice, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Very much. It's been interesting. Well done, chaps. It's been really good. But I've got a question about Pulse X and some of the stuff I've been seeing on Twitter the last couple of days. It's going to do 1,000%. It's going to do 1,000 times. It's going to do 10,000 times because of the buy and burn on the DEX. But why people are going to use the DEX, and why, in your example earlier about Chainlink, when there's arbitrage between the ETH token and Chainlink and the Pulse version of Chainlink, why would the Chainlink version on Pulse have any value unless the main development team are going to carry on working? But they're not going to work both in parallel, are they? I'm just struggling to see where the value is going to come from.
Yeah, well, value comes from what you perceive as valuable. And that's something that kind of cryptocurrency has taught us. The only reason that Bitcoin has a price is because people see that it has a value, and then the marketplace that can then give it then a monetary value. So it's consensus essentially is what gives it value. When in regards to the PulseX thing, so PulseX is quite interesting because all of the liquidity that currently resides in things like Uniswap and all of the like 1inch partners and stuff like that, all that liquidity is going to be put into one place, and that's going to be PulseX. So in reality, there won't be an option really to shop elsewhere because all of the liquidity will be present on PulseX. Now, you can obviously set up your own liquidity pools and things like that. But ultimately, Pulse will have all the liquidity, so it will have all of the orders.
So that's because the snapshot they're going to take, they're just going to pull all of the liquidity of the duplicated tokens and the duplicated pools all into their one DEX. Is that where that's coming from?
Basically, yeah.
Right. Okay. I've been struggling to get my head around how exactly it's all going to work. So,
yeah. So that's where people are coming up with these silly numbers because of the amount of volume that can potentially go through PulseX, and also how slow it will be for competition to arise and knock them off the top spot.
But the volume will only go through the DEX if there's tokens there that people want. So, I mean, if we had confirmation of any projects that are actually going to be launching on this and what they do and kind of, where's the demand coming from for use of the DEX, I suppose? Because I didn't sacrifice for Pulse, but I sacrificed for Pulse X. So that's kind of the one I'm interested in. Yeah, just rephrase your question a little bit for us. So it's what projects are going to be on Pulse Chain that people are going to want to buy on the Pulse X DEX? Have we had any confirmation of any projects yet?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of projects that have said that they will. There's a whole bunch of projects that haven't commented on it, and there's a few projects that have also said that they'll categorically be not supporting Pulse Chain. So I think it's a case of a lot of people don't want to be first, they don't want to be last. So there may be projects that haven't said anything yet that may well choose to adopt Pulse Chain. At a later date, they want to see how it works out, maybe. So I guess time will tell in regards to adoption. But the tickers will be there, the price charts will be there. People can still speculate on these tokens. So, I mean, things like like the doggy coins and stuff, they don't have intrinsic value, as it were. But now people can buy doggy coin on another chain, so
with cheaper as well. Yeah, exactly.
So one thing I wanted to address with PulseX, you mentioned it was the buy and burn. So with the buy and burn, what happens with Uniswap, for example, is there's a fee of, I think it's 0.3%. So with that transaction, 0.3% essentially just goes to Uniswap and allows them to do whatever they will do with that cut. What PulseX does is it takes ever minuscule less, like 0.29% fee, but what that does is it goes onto PulseX essentially and buys the PulseX token and then burns it and sends it to a burn wallet. So essentially every time there's a transaction, it will generate these fees, and based on the volume, will indicate what that fee burn will be. So how the fee burn will work is it's going to be a public function. So anyone can go in and click a button, pay the gas to basically buy PulseX and burn it.
Oh, nice. I mean, it sounds great. It sounds like it's got potential. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out.
Yeah, and I do think it is very much an experiment, because this kind of, some people call it a liquidity grab, but this kind of liquidity grab and new chain fork hasn't been done before. So no one truly knows how this is going to work. But I think it's going to work, especially the PulseX token in particular. Particularly because of that buy and burn function. I think the price appreciation potential is huge. There's no guarantees it will do that, but the potential is there. The potential is there because of because if the volume is high enough, it can burn through to Pulse tokens consistently over time, and that reflects in the price chart, because it actually market buys the token and destroys it.
Yeah, it's got potential, but as I say, I just want to see how well how much volume goes through the DEX. I think as and when it launches, but it should be good.
Yeah, and I think it's probably something. Yeah, I think we'll probably see a lot of volume in the first few days, and it will probably drop off, and that volume may come back. I would assume that it probably would improve over time, maybe as more and more projects adopt it, more projects launch on there, and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see what happens with it.
Good.
I know with the option to go from ETH to Pulse Chain, I mean, I don't know. People like spending $600 in gas that last bull run. Maybe they'll want to stay on ETH. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Pulse Chain.
Good stuff. Nice one. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, and just not financial advice, but if anything in this Twitch space shouldn't be considered as financial advice. It is purely for entertainment purposes. We're just chewing the fat and giving our opinions.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I back that 100%. But yeah, no, great questions, Alex, and thank you for coming up and speaking with us. It's nice to meet you as well.
No worries. Cheers.
Yeah, no, fantastic
cheers,
questions.
Guys. Take care.
We need to give Alex an NFT, man. He needs a profile picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No,
so
definitely.
look, I've hogged enough of the stage already for the first half hour. Let's see if there's anyone in the audience that wants to pop up and have a chat.
Yeah, if anyone wants to jump up, you're more than welcome to. I was just speaking to one of the members of our community, Ben Earl. He's also a Marvel writer for, Marvel. He's been writing the Spider-Man and Daredevil comics. I think he might even be joining tonight, actually, just to come chat with us. But he's got something going on next Saturday in the Soul Type Discord. I'm going to post more information on it at a later date. But he's basically going to do an AMA where he wants to talk about creative writing and NFTs and blockchain and how they will be integrating and the benefits of doing that and telling stories in the form of NFTs. So hopefully he jumps in tonight and talks to us about it. But that's something to look forward to for next week. I'll post more information about that as soon as I can. But I just got that information in just now and thought I'd just drop that in for you guys.
Yeah, amazing. I can see we've got a Greek Mythology Club here. I know they've got quite an interesting NFT project.
We do. We do. How are you guys? And I meant to ask,
hey, how's it going?
Who were you guys talking about prior? You were talking about one person, like I guess like some big influencer or...
Richard Hart, the founder of the Hex token and the upcoming Pulse Chain.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that guy.
I've enjoyed watching like TikToks or YouTube clips of him like demolishing people when it comes to just wisdom of the blockchain. So, but I can see where a lot of people look at him as like, some scammy guy. There's a lot of us that have been involved with scams, and then we get tied to that as well. So that's one of my biggest things of like going forward, not being even related to anything that could possibly be a scam because I don't want to tarnish my name and then have not people like follow me into good opportunities, because that's ruining good opportunities for people, because they build that fear from losing their money over here, and they're like, fuck crypto and fuck all that shit and NFTs. I'm like, well, you just got in with a bad one, man. That's all there is. Like, fucking shut up and go find a new place to put your money.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah, definitely one way to look at it for certain. But yeah, nice to meet you, Christopher, and thank you for jumping up. So Greek Mythology Club, do you want to talk to us a bit about that and what it entails and how it all started?
Oh, okay. I didn't know I was coming up the show today. I think I got my buddy Zeus, the founder, that wants to just step in and do his job. Yeah.
Yes. They just requested.
Hey, how we doing? Welcome, Greek.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Brilliant, thank you, my friend. Enjoying the Friday. How about yourself?
Yes, absolutely, man. We're actually headed to the lake here in just a few minutes, so I think I got about 10-15 to chat with you guys about GMC.
Nice, fire away.
Awesome. Yeah, so for all you guys who do not know me, my name is Brendan Parker. I am the co-founder of GreekMythology.club. We are a Web3 financial tech company that is operating on the Ethereum blockchain, initially bringing massive utility to the industry and helping other NFT projects also accumulate more utility as well to offer rewards, whatever blockchain you want. If it's Solana, Cronos, Ethereum, whatever, we're able to offer our services of passive income streams. So if you guys, obviously we're here in this industry to make money, definitely not financial advisors or anything like that. We offer a service of rewarding airdropped Ethereum to our NFT holders. So a lot of people are asking, okay, well, how do you generate that Ethereum? One of the main sources we have is Amazon FBA and Shopify automation, drop shipping. So who here shops online? Probably a little bit of everybody, I'm guessing. So we're taking advantage of the e-commerce realm, the crypto realm, crypto nodes, and Forex trading. So we're looking to evolve and to scale our Shopify automation stores to making $1,000 to $2,000 to $10,000 days. Right now, we've been doing a lot of testing, back testing. And if you guys don't know what e-commerce or e-commerce automation is, it's basically an online store that a team of individuals that we have that set up for you, the website, everything. They find and research different products that are performing. And we initially have a marketing budget to market those products online. For if you search something on Google for a GPS tracker or a hat or a shoe or whatever you're looking to buy online, initially our store set up to be able to the rankings and the search and the SEO is for one of our products to pop up and for you to go to our store and to purchase that product. When you purchase that product, there's a margin. The team does everything from setting the website up, marketing the research of the products, selling the products, fulfilling the orders, and shipping the orders, all done for you. So initially, we set it up to automate it because we want to focus on the crypto space. We want to focus on crypto nodes and Forex trading and other things. So it's better to outsource and hire people out, which this store costs about $20,000 per store. Plus, we have to have a marketing budget of at least $3,000 for testing and then $10,000 per month just to market, to really start scaling stores. So the results from this company, we work with two different companies, but the companies that we use have scaled stores up to $100,000 in sales every single month. So we're looking to do the same, but bigger, $1 million months in the e-commerce realm. So they've been doing this for 4 to 5 years. It's very successful. They have a lot of data behind it. So initially, the profits that we make from our e-commerce stores, the crypto bull runs, Forex trading, we're able to then purchase Ethereum and to reward or airdrop it to our NFT holders based off the results from a real income producing asset. So that's initially what we are creating, and we're really excited to be able to scale and help people understand what passive income is outside of crypto. And no matter what's happening to the market, we have Forex. No matter what's happening to Forex, we have e-commerce. So we're well diversified in being able to set ourselves up for long-term sustainable success. So a lot of projects you've probably been in the crypto space. Who here has gotten scammed? Who here has listened to somebody that said they can 10x or 25x their Ethereum in just 24 hours. Oh yeah, guys. I mean, we all been through it. We've been through the ringer. We are tired of it. We're sick of it. We got into this industry believing the wrong people and following the wrong people and believing them because they give you this flashy lifestyle of the laptop lifestyle, and they're in a project in 6 months and then boom, SOS, shiny object syndrome, next project. They're in quick, they're out quick, they make their profit. There's very good money to be made. Don't get me wrong, but it's morally and ethically wrong in this industry. And this is the big problem that we have in crypto. Like, I'm pretty sure someone's DM'd you and you almost got scammed. Good thing you were aware of that. But people that don't know this industry getting into it, it's creating a bad energy and a bad atmosphere for people that are getting into this industry because they keep getting scammed. Okay, so we are here to help that. We're here to give NFT projects in our project a way to make real money the right way, to scale it and to keep scaling it and keep rewarding our members for just holding an NFT. So, initially we're doing something very bold, very big. We have a lot of people behind the scenes making this all possible. Getting into the NFT space, I wasn't really familiar with NFTs, but I was really familiar with passive income and how it all works. I got into Bitcoin back in 2017, bought it at $1,000, and then that same year went up to $20,000. Getting into Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, BNB, all these coins have made me a lot of money. Gala, I made over 6 figures just with one coin alone. So we know how to make money in the crypto industry, but obviously a lot of hodlers, lose their 95% of their portfolio because they just hold on to it long term, but they're not doing much with it. So you have to rely on the bull run to make money and cash out. And then you load up, get some USDT, and then transfer over to other coins when the market goes back down. There's good strategy involved, dollar cost averaging. There's a lot of things you can do, crypto nodes, et cetera, et cetera. But initially we want to set up not just in crypto, but the Forex industry. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And in Amazon and Walmart and Shopify e-commerce realm. So right now we're doing a buy two, get one free NFT. It's probably the easiest time, the best time to get into if you want to get into the Whale or Kraken Club, which is about 20 to 40 NFTs. We have a lot of perks. So we want to be the leading edge of education, mentorship, AMAs, games, play to earn games, even into Airbnbs and holiday homes as well. So obviously we need your guys' help. We need your community. We need each other's community to be on a common goal of purpose to help people in this space. Number one, get the right education, the right mentorship, leading down a path of an example, and doing it ethically, do it morally, feel good. We feel good about what we do, but if you're scamming people in this space, and I mean, that's not a good feeling, guys. So we're really trying to just help people, number one, and just bring massive utility to the industry. So I
think we've got a question.
Yeah.
In the audience there.
Yeah, sure.
Did you, was your question still relevant there, Mr. Obese fans?
Yes. Well, I didn't hear all of it, but I heard you say Forex trading. So is that one of your revenue streams? Do you have a bunch of traders that are doing like a trading pool as another revenue stream for your community?
Yeah, so we have a lot of different things that we're doing in the Forex industry. We're trading ourselves. I personally trade. I got other co-founder trading. We got other people in the community trading. We have other Discord servers that we're a part of that they give Forex signals, and people are also passing Forex firm funded challenges. So if you haven't heard of Forex prop firms, basically what they do is you pay like $500 for like $100,000 demo account, and you go through a challenge. And the first challenge would be, okay, make 8% under 30 months and don't go below this certain percentage, which is a drawdown. So you can't go negative in the account a certain percentage per day and overall. So if you reach those criterias, you're able to pass that challenge and actually get $100,000 in liquid funds with that Forex prop firm. Okay, so there's a lot of scam prop firms out there, but there's a lot of them that actually do pay. And this is another thing. You need to learn and follow the people that know the right prop firms, know what to look for, because everything in every industry has scams. So you got to be really careful what you do. We went down the path the hard way, so now we know what not to do, and now we know what to do. So we're strategically planning, using Forex signals. We're trading ourselves. We're analyzing the markets. We're understanding the actual fundamentals and getting experience and teaching people on how to trade Forex. And just being in the market right when the market opens, like 8 to 10 minutes is all you really need to really make some gains. You're either going to win that day or you're going to lose that day. That's part of trading. There's winning and then there's losing. A lot of people think in making money is all about winning. But when you lose, you actually grow, you learn, you crisp your skills, and you get better. So it's all part of the industry. Winning is part of it. Losing is part of it. It's just like life. There's ups and downs. So nothing changes. It's very similar to the market. So to answer your question, we're doing manual trading. We have prop firms. We have signals. We have EAs, which is expert advisors, which is, basically trading bots that can pass the challenges or just trade your account. If you want to start with a $500 account yourself and you're like, I'm just going to learn how to trade or use a EA, you can. So there's no like funding pools or anything like that. That's illegal. You can't do that. So, we really tried to educate people to have their own account, create their own broker, have a demo account, learn. Yeah, you're going to blow that account multiple times. And that's part of it. But obviously, a lot of people want automation. So that's where the EAs come in. So the expert advisors to actually trade on your behalf. But there's also flaws with EAs as well. So Forex is very risky outside of crypto. They're kind of mirror each other a lot. Just like trading Bitcoin or Ethereum and you're leveraging trading. You're buying against and with the market. You're selling with and against the market. There's a lot of volatility. So there's a lot of different options that we have, but I hope that answered your question. I'm sorry. I'm a rambler, so you gotta kind of shut me off.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, you did. Thanks for answering that. I was just wondering because we're doing a very similar thing as another funding source for our project.
Okay.
Because that's actually the other co-founder, Farrad, and I met through a trading group, and our core team has a bunch of real hardcore Forex traders. I've been trading Forex for about 7 years.
Okay.
And so that's going to be one of our revenue streams going into the community. We're going to have our core group is going to be trading and making money for the community. Yeah. And also just along the lines that you said, yes, totally agree. Prop firms are the definite way to go. I'm actually a funded trader for Fetal Crest and my Forex funds.
Okay.
But that's definitely the way to go. Only you pay $100 to get like a $10,000 account. Yep. And you're pretty much, that's always the best way to trade. If you're able to use other people's money to trade with, that's the 100%. Best. And that's what you do with prop firms.
Yep. 100%. So I'm pretty sure you've been down the alley of, these scam prop firms as well. We're actually using my Forex funds as well. So I could definitely relate with that. You guys are definitely on the right path and doing the right stuff. So that's really cool to hear. But yeah, let's collaborate, man. Let's talk. I love iron sharpening iron. So let's definitely collaborate, bro. I just added you. So.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Let's hit me up on the back end. We'll talk.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I only recently learned about funded accounts. I've got a friend who runs a big Discord. Actually, he was a guest a few weeks ago. Some of you might remember him, Leon. He messes with funded accounts, and he does them as part of his Discord giveaways and stuff like that. And they can enter, and then they can get a chance to play. They have to prove that they can manage the funded account, and then the winner will get the funded account. And then they can obviously, if they're successful, then they can start making decent profits with an account that's not theirs. Yep. And all the guys are there to help coach them and help them to make their moves and help them to finalize their strategies and stuff like that.
Yep, very true. Yeah, Forex and crypto tie in pretty well, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd love to pick your brain about your trading strategies and bounce some straight trading strategies off each other. I love doing that.
Yeah, man. When I first got into it, I was just guessing. I was just like, I'm going to put a buy order in. And sometimes it really is kind of comes down to, obviously it's not just guessing. There's a lot more into that. But no matter how much analysis you have, what signal you get, whatever EA you have, there's mass manipulation going on. Let's just be honest. In crypto and Forex and the whole debt system that we live in, everything's manipulated. But at the same time, you could take advantage of those manipulations and be on the right side of it. So, I am an optimist, but I'm also a realist as well. But, with trading, it's really fun. I really enjoy it, but also it's a pain in my ass, and I fucking hate it sometimes. But overall, it's pretty amazing industry. There's a lot of things that we're working on, a lot of people behind the scenes, all coming together, and that's what it's all about, guys. Like, I'm all about iron sharpening iron. Those like-minded people and your mind coming together to crisp each other up, to test each other, and to make each other better. So that's why we're here together, and that's why we all have the similar mindsets and mentality to winning, to want to win. We don't want to lose. We're tired of losing. We just want to win from here on out. And so I'm also the hype guy too. So I'll pump the fuck out of you guys. I'm sorry for my language, but it's going to be a pretty amazing time growing together. So a lot of things are evolving. We're bringing on a lot of utility. A lot of other projects are bringing massive utility with their, bringing utility into their NFT projects and giving rewards to their NFT holders. And that's what we want to do. Look at these PFPs. You guys have done phenomenal with your artwork. You guys have some great visionaries and, missions. So I just hope we all can, help each other out and help each other grow and, do whatever it takes to keep winning, guys. So we'll get there.
I couldn't agree more, Brendan. I'm going to add to Brendan's last note about everybody working together. Coming from a guy that's always done solo small business startups, I was always I didn't trust other people to do the same quality I was going to do. But I finally found people that are like-minded through the Web3 space, and we all can put our brains together, be on a team, work for the exact same goal. And we actually have had those, same kind of background failures where we've all worked through getting scammed, and now we're in a safe place with each other. So Matt and Brendan over on GMC, and then I also have my buddy Brandon from Wolf Punks now. I talk to these guys on the daily, and they're my good buddies, and I just want to get rich with my fucking friends. I don't know who else wouldn't, right? And if you don't want to, then
yes.
Go hang out somewhere else. But yeah, man, Brendan, great show on the project, man.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you guys having me. I'm headed to the lake here in a few minutes, so you guys have an outstanding weekend. I look forward to coming on the next space. So just let me know when you guys have it again. I'll come on.
Yeah, thank you, and I appreciate you coming on, and you guys collaborating, and that's what it's about. That's why we're called the communities, because that's our goal, is to strengthen Web3, bring people together, and build each other up, not tear each other down. And I say that every week, and I mean it, and it means a lot that you guys come on these spaces and support each other like that, because we can all win doing that, because we all bring different attributes and skill sets, and there's enough of us to vibe together and build something that we all want to do and live our passion, rather than being forced to live in a system that we didn't design.
Exactly. You got to break through the matrix, guys. That's what we're here to do. We're doing it good. So keep it up, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you coming on. It means a lot. Thank you. Tara, welcome to the stage as well. Yeah, you requested to come up. I don't know if you have any questions or you just want to speak, but yeah, welcome. And just while we're waiting for Tara and the mic, Obese fans as well, thank you as well for coming up. I appreciate you coming in and contributing towards that conversation, and it was cool to listen to a bit about what you do as well. If you want to go in more detail about what you do and your time in the space, we'd really appreciate that as well, because it looks like you've been in a few industries for quite a long time. So I appreciate you coming here and sharing some of that experience with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I like coming up here and meet new people, collabing. I actually follow.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
We're here every single week, and we're constantly connecting people all the time. Love it. Well,
yeah, and our obese fans actually we're launching on Tuesday, the 16th. So just FYI, everyone.
So you're launching an NFT project?
Well, we're trying to do we don't really consider it a project. We consider it a movement. We're trying to put a dent in the obesity problem the world has right now.
Oh, keep going. Thank God somebody's talking about that besides me. Jesus Christ. That shit bothers me, man. Like them trying to make it beautiful and stuff. Like it's just making everybody else fat and nasty and slow.
Yeah, well, so the other founder, Farid, so we're both docs in KYC, and actually you can look at my LinkedIn profile right on my Twitter page. But he's an obese guy. He struggled with weight his entire life. And my background, I was a college athlete, but then I'll be 41 this year. I stopped working like after wrestling kindergarten through college, 16 years. I was like, I'm done with this shit. And, stopped working out, stopped really taking care of my health as much. I ended up being like 70 pounds overweight. And, as you get older, it's harder and harder to get rid of. So I'm only like 15 pounds overweight now, but it's been hell trying to get back down to the weight I should be. And then I'm actually I'm at work right now, but I'm a cardiac ICU nurse. And I see the detrimental effects of obesity every single day in my job, from all the comorbidities it causes, from heart failure to diabetes, which then people lose limbs and just all kinds of crazy crap. So we're trying to trying to integrate Web3 into real life by building a social media platform that's going to allow people to incentivize each other, like a community of people incentivizing each other to live a healthier lifestyle, to work out. If you can relate with somebody else, if you have somebody else doing the same thing that you're doing, if you have somebody else, with their words and actions supporting and encouraging you, it's a lot easier to go out and eat healthy and work out and go get some physical activity. It's all, we're really trying to attack the mental aspect of it, because once you get that support and you can get over that mental block of just not wanting to do it, once you get over the hump, then we feel like, once you get past the mental aspect, the physical aspect becomes a whole lot easier. And then our platform, you're also going to be able to incentivize each other. So our token, so Tuesday, we're launching our D app on our website. And for right now, that's going to be the only place, because it's meme coin season and because there's all these ruggers and sketchy people out there. The only place you're going to be able to purchase our NFTs and our calories token is on our website through our D app, which is obesefans.com. You won't be able to purchase it anywhere else. And just to let everyone know, there are already like 3 or 4 copycat fake rug coins out there. One's called like CLRS Obese Fans Coin. One's called, I don't even know, but there's a few of them out there. So be careful. Ours hasn't even launched yet. And ours is CLRS Calories Token. And again, only available on our website. But so you're going to be able to incentivize, the community members are going to be able to incentivize each other with our calories tokens. Like, for example, let's say I challenge Joe to, walk 3 miles every day for a week. So I will take a certain amount of calories tokens that I'm going to give him for his reward and put it in a secure environment where he's able to view it. And then we're actually developing our own Obese Fans app, which is going to be able to connect to smartwatches and other physical activity tracking devices. So then Joe goes and does the 3 miles every day for a week. His activity is downloaded onto our app where I can see it. I see that he completed the challenge, and I transfer the calories tokens as his reward into his wallet. So we feel like that's a really cool thing, peer-to-peer incentivization. We are also, we got tons of crap going on. If you guys want to read about it, obesefans.com, our white paper is right there on the front page, and it explains everything that we're doing. But two really cool things that we're doing is we're developing a Sim-style RPG or Sim-style RPG game, healthy living RPG game, where you're going to be able to customize your digital world with NFTs. And then connected to that is actually going to be an obese fans dating app where you're going to be able to go on virtual dates via the RPG. And we think this is a really cool idea because you're, since you're able to decorate your living quarters and your world with, you're able to customize it with NFTs. When you go on this virtual date, you're going to be able to get a look into, a deeper look into the other person, their personality, their likes, just because, you're able to view their personal world. We're also going to have a panel of experts available 24/7 to answer any of your healthy living related questions. It's going to be like 2-hour shifts where we're going to have like a nurse for 2 hours and then a dietitian for 2 hours and physical therapists, etc. So we got a bunch of stuff going on. We really, the obesity problem is bad. It's the world overweight obesity rate now is, as of this year, is more than 50%. And that's bad. And actually, children and adolescents now worldwide, more than 20% of them are overweight or obese.
I saw it in the grocery store last night, bro. I was like, oh my God. Just watching little kids be, like triple the size of what they should be. It was horrible.
Yeah, and that's terrible. But so that's the scarier aspect, is how many kids are obese now. But I honestly feel like that has an easier solution, because the solution to that is parents being parents parenting, adults adulting, the older generations being role models for the younger generation and teaching them how to live healthy and be healthy. But then that all comes back to the original problem of all the adults, half the world's population being overweight or obese. And that's where we're trying to come in. And, nothing in the past worked, and you can think of millions, Weight Watchers, blah, 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 any weight loss idea program you can think of from the past. And according to the numbers, nothing's worked because the obesity rate is just increasing exponentially every year.
I was just going to say that there's quite a few factors in there at play, like the cost of, healthy food's more expensive. Fast food is promoted and not as much as healthy food. And, the people's education around what is and what isn't healthy. And like you said, the habits of adults. So I think you're absolutely right with that. And I just wanted to quickly say as well, thank you for, the job that you do, in the industry that you're in. I think that's amazing. And to also have the problems that you face in your face all day, every day at work, plus the worst end of that and the side effects of what you're going through being something you have to deal with must be quite a big thing to, it makes the whole issue weighing on your mind. And the fact that you're not only, trying to get yourself back to a shape that you're happy with and that's healthy, but you're also trying to create a system that helps people. I just think that's absolutely remarkable. And using all the skill sets from your actual job to the money you've made in the industries you've made them in, I just think it's a really amazing way to sort of bring all that stuff together in a Web3 way in a community-like fashion. I think that's very admirable.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like you were saying, it's really hard nowadays. There's a fast food joint around every corner. Like you said, unhealthy food is a lot cheaper than healthy food, which is absolutely ridiculous, pisses me off, and is a whole nother subject I'm not even going to go into. But then also technologies, kind of made society as a whole lazier. We're stuck behind our screens all the time. Case in point, we're behind our screens right now. And, I could sit here and have, 5 different screens in front of me with a million different choices of things to entertain me. I could literally sit here and be entertained for the rest of my life. Get up, go to the bathroom, get up, eat, come back and be entertained by my screen. So we figure, since everyone's in front of their screens all the time, and why don't we use that to our advantage and use Web3 and use technology to our advantage to try to do something new to get people interested in, this mission, this movement to try to get people healthier.
Yeah, and I love that. And that sort of, goes along with what we're trying to do in regards of the movement, is that we're trying to, bring people together. And that's basically our movement, is a movement for the people, by the people. And it's to basically support things like exactly what you're doing and bring that to people's attention. And, also help educate people in different ways that they can better their lives physically, mentally, financially. And, like, for example, me personally, I am way less knowledgeable in most of these industries than you are, and being able to have people like you come to this platform and bring your experience and your passion to help educate and motivate people is exactly what I feel personally grateful for, is that we can do this like that. And like you're saying in regards of utilizing what people are using already to be lazy, to motivate them to not be lazy. And it's like social media, it has a bad name, and it's because people use it wrong. Like the way we use it to build something that we're passionate about. We're using it to try and benefit our lives financially. We're trying to connect with like-minded people, and people that are going to help us and motivate us. So we use it in a way that is quite rewarding. But a lot of everyday people use it just to consume content, or just to look at people giving the impression of living a better lifestyle than you, or got more money than you. And people are getting that. For example, Instagram, people that are in better shape than you, really attractive people. And imagine you get a man and wife, and the wife's looking at all these shredded men, looking really better financially, and it really puts a negative like cloud in your mind. And it's the same with health as well, and people feeling out of shape, and it gets to a point where they think there's nothing you can do about it. And life's just built to be more convenient. You can literally never leave your house because everything can be delivered to your doorstep, literally everything. So you've definitely got a battle on your hands combating that, but I think it's amazing that you're doing what you're doing to try and combat that, because it's a really, really a clever way to do it. And I'm excited to see how you do it. And I also would love to do what I can and what we can to support that, because it sounds like an amazing thing that you're doing.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it. And I would like to invite you and Tricky and the Bacon Sandwich and your whole community and everybody in this room. We're actually having, I'm hosting a space on Monday, the 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's going to be a bunch of founders from a ton of different projects, pretty much a bunch of projects who are all about helping people, making the world a better place, physical health, mental health. So we're actually having like a health forum where it's going to be like a round table. We're going to, talk on physical health, mental health, healthy eating, just anything, to make yourself healthier. So we're going to have an open forum. We're going to be inviting community members to come up and have discussions with us and be part of, be part of the discussion. And we just, brilliant. Yeah. And we really want to hear from the community about ways we can help them and what we can do to just help them better themselves.
Absolutely. I'm a personal advisor, but I started off as a personal trainer, super into finance, and I was a gym rat for a long time. So yeah, I'd be happy to come over there and share my knowledge and pump up the space.
Is Tricky talking?
Yeah, can you not hear him?
No, I couldn't hear anything.
You might have to pop down, and we'll let you back up. I'll remove.
Yeah, can everyone else hear Tricky? All right.
Yeah, I heard Tricky.
I'll remove him.
Can everyone else hear his kids playing off in the background as well?
Let's go. But yeah, so I actually posted up. I have a space right before his space, so you guys should all join me for that space. We're going to be giving away $600 live to someone who asks a good question. I'm going to say that again. We're going to give away $600 live on Monday to someone who asks a good question. So go ahead and make sure you put on that reminder. Join me in that space. And then right afterwards, we'll go and we'll raid Obese Fans and we'll check out their space.
Yeah, definitely, because that is exciting. And the fact that, one lucky winner is going to win $600 just for asking a good question, I think is pretty epic. And yeah, Tricky does spaces every Monday and every Wednesday, and they're amazing spaces. Some epic people in the community, and obese fans as well. You know, it's exciting because there's quite a few people that I'd love for you to meet. You know, for example, Sprouts Tribe. You know, the founder of that project is a nutritionist, and we also run a space every Tuesday as well for mental health. You know, so that's something that we're advocates for as well, because we really care about that too. So that's another reason why I think, you know, we could collaborate in numerous ways. But as well, I was going to ask, for the things that you're building, like your DApps or your DApps as you called it, and the games and stuff that you're making, have you guys already got developers in place to do that? Are you looking to collaborate with people for that?
Well, Farid, the other founder, is actually a computer engineer, so he's doing some of it, and we do have a dev, but we are looking for a group of devs, so we are trying to collaborate with a group of devs for the game.
Yeah, well, we'll speak after the space because we're partnered with Meta Builders. They're an ecosystem of developers, artists to do dApps, metaverses, games, smart contracts, everything, you name it. So there's definitely someone there that you could, you know, look into them, do your research on them, and I could set up a conversation with you and the founder, because the founder's actually on our team. You know, they've been in Web3 for a few years. As meta builders, have been in a lot longer than that. You know, so there's people in their ecosystem that have been around since 2015. Absolutely phenomenal ecosystem, and some very skilled people in there that could definitely help you with that. So if that's something you're interested in,
yeah, awesome, for sure, would love that.
Yeah, brilliant. No problem. I'll send you over the details after the space, and I'll get you a conversation set up with them. Definitely.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. But yeah, so sorry, Tricky, do you want to say what you said before? Because Obese missed it. Sorry, but I can't remember what you said your name. I do, forgive me.
Yeah. Shoot, what was I going to say?
Yeah, you was talking about your space being right before, and that you was going to jump in after those.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I saw your little message, Obese. So I actually pinned up my space right before your space, where we're going to give away $600 live for someone who asks a good question, and then we can raid your space afterwards, and that'd be great. Yeah, I'm a personal trainer first and nutritionist. Those were my first certifications. So I'd be happy to join the space and see how I can add.
Awesome. Love to have you.
Very cool.
Did you happen to say, Obese fans, how much your NFT movement will be?
So our pre-sale that starts on Tuesday, our tokens are going to be 0.001 cents, and they are on the BSC network, but we're actually going to probably multi-chain launch a little after that, and do Arbitrum and AVAX maybe. But then after the pre-sale, the token cost will go from 0.001 to 0.0024, and our NFTs are $80. After the pre-sale, they'll go up to $160, and we're doing it a little different. Our NFTs are kind of going to be like a staking wallet. So the only way to stake our tokens is if you're holding an NFT. And then the NFT also gives you a bunch of other benefits like discounts in our marketplace, special invites to in real life events, and a bunch of other crap.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask as well, is there an ability to burn your tokens? And I was only asking just because they're called calorie tokens, so I just thought, you know, not being able to burn calories kind of defeats the purpose of the object.
Yes, and that's actually one of the reasons we named it. Yes, we are going to be definitely burning some calories.
I like it. Yeah, no, that's just thought. Yeah, just me being silly, but it was a serious question, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we are doing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did you say your total supply was to start with?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'd have to look on our white paper.
Yeah, cool. Interesting. Well, thank you everyone for showing up. I love seeing all these pluses in the space. This is great. Hey, Birdman, welcome. Doglan's official in the house. I see Mermaid from Space there. Miss EV, Z3, Crypto Toe. We got all the usual team members in the house. Of course, Bacon Sandwich up here at the top. Die Revolution. Make sure you're following all these legends. Retweet this space. Tag some friends. Man, definitely set a reminder for those spaces. We got 2 bomb spaces back to back on Monday. $600 in cash giveaway, and Obese fans, you should share your space to the Jumbotron, so we can join that one afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, they can follow me right into it anyway, but yeah, you can set it up.
Yeah, I'll post that up. I'll post it up right now. And to answer your question, our total supply is 1.6 trillion.
All right, cool. Is there a reason you chose that number?
Honestly, Farid, the other founder, is the one who did all the tokenomics and all the number stuff, and I really have no clue.
Okay, fair.
I was gonna say you're probably gonna have to go back to the white paper for that second question again.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't like any catchy number or anything. So I was just wondering if you backed into it or what. And that's probably what happened. You probably just backed into it, and that's what it ended up.
It all has to do with the amount that we're trying to raise.
Right. Yeah. Smart. That sounds cool.
But yeah, no, thank you for giving us all that information and speaking with us. Like I said, it sounds like a really interesting project. I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about it, joining the space as well. Just if anyone doesn't know, I'll just give a bit of information. So, because I know there's a few new people in here, so we do spaces every Friday and every Saturday, 9 p.m. UK time. We usually have featured guests, but we also every week or two we do walking spaces where anyone can come up and we can just talk like this in general, and we can just connect better with the community like this as well. But we also have featured guests, so if people do want to be featured, we do have a form. It's pinned at the top. There's a tweet of mine, or it's on my profile, and you can find the Twitter form that people can fill it in, and then that just helps us have a bit of a deeper dive into people's projects, just so we can try and do a bit of due diligence ourselves. I mean, obviously everyone knows, but we always say that always do your own research, and nothing we say is financial advice. We just like to express our passion for Web3, talk about projects, try and learn and give people the opportunity to talk about things that they're building in the space. And if you're wondering what the pluses are next to our names, that just represents the communities, Web3, positivity, adding value, being an addition, and we're advocates for mental health. So that's what that stands for. Birdman, how are we doing? How are we doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well. How are you today?
Good, thank you, my friend. All the better for hearing you, of course.
Fantastic. I got a new initiative I'm doing with the Chia thing. I just wanted a quick shill, if that's okay.
Of course it is. Go for it.
Yeah, I love hearing what you guys are up to, man.
Yeah, so now my new thing is I'm trying to attract more simp traps to the Chia spaces. And I pinned a little something there to the nest or the Jumbotron or whatever you want to call it there. But yeah, I think if we can get, my goal is if I can get 69 simp traps developing NFT projects on Chia, then my work is done and I can retire. But yeah, for now, I pinned a little something there to the nest. Have a look. She is doing some amazing NFT artwork on the Chia blockchain. Have a little peek at that. My Crypto Beach. She's a fantastic artiste, and she's doing some amazing work on the Chia blockchain.
Cool. I can't actually see it. It says it might include sensitive content, and it won't let me click on it.
Oh yeah, well that happens with my. I mean, yeah, anyway, if you click the link there, you can see the image on Dexibucks, and you don't need to buy anything, but retweet a like or whatever, much appreciated. We again, just trying to build these powerful females up and promote their projects, get them minting on Chia.
Yeah, I've got a couple good female friends that maybe might be interested. Mermaid from Space is in here too. Maybe she might want to be a Chia maxi later. I definitely think Chia is a good chain. Definitely growing. Lots of capabilities and features that are really I think going to be standard in the industry later on. But they've got it now, so that's what's up. Yeah, you should connect maybe with Mermaid from Space. She's down here. She's got an Ascension right now. It's got a green background. She's got the Plus. She's one of us. Make sure everyone's following her. She's a great person. She makes really cool repurposed art.
I was just gonna talk about it a little bit, but carry on, Tricky. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, she makes really cool repurposed art. She does a bunch of different types of paintings, and then she makes them into cool NFTs. Adds a little animation. I think they're pretty neat. But also she goes to like Goodwill and finds other clothes and repurposes those clothes by kind of like upgrading them, and yeah, it's a great way to like kind of recycle, but also not have that throwaway fashion, right? So definitely check out her stuff.
Yeah, she's like the most artistic type person I've personally ever seen on TikTok. She's incredible. She does like Tricky was saying, she does a lot of 3D printing. She makes all sorts of amazing artwork. She makes art out of everything. It's incredible, really. And if I don't know if a TikTok is on her profile, yes, she's got a link tree on her profile. But honestly, if you're into anything art, check her out. She's an amazing content creator as well. So her videos are super entertaining, but she's so gifted at what she does. I couldn't speak any more highly of her if I tried. She's brilliant. Definitely check out her content. Such an easy watch, and she does so many different types of artistic things. I actually don't know how she does it, and I don't even know how she finds the time to even do it all, because she's so good at all of it. But don't take my word for it. Check her out yourself. Definitely, you won't be disappointed. Funmi, welcome to the stage. How are you doing?
I'm good. And you, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So I'm actually from Nigeria, so I'm joining for the first time.
Well, no way.
Well,
did you say you're from Nigeria?
Yeah, welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, welcome.
Your hair looks really cool.
Yeah,
that's a really tight braid.
What do you say?
I saw your banner. So it got like a close up.
Yeah, he said your hair was really cool. He said.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So right. Okay. When are you going to have like the next space on this page? I want to know.
So we do these spaces every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. We're always here. It's 9 p.m. UK time. So yeah, we're always doing it. We usually do NFTs Monday through Friday, and Saturday is usually more about crypto. We do mental health spaces on Tuesday, and I am in spaces all the time. Try to be in multiple places at once. I never quit. So turn on notifications, and you can join me in all kinds of spaces, learn all kinds of great things. It's usually Web3 related. But I do a little bit of everything. Monday and Wednesday are great for stopping by and learning more about this whole industry, because I have a little more free time, and I try to donate some of my time to the community on those days. So you can get some free advice,
Yeah.
And we've got a couple shared at the top there in the Jumbotron too. You can sign up for those.
All right. I'm going to sign up for this after this space. So I don't actually know much about Web3, but I'm just trying to learn. I'm trying to learn.
Well, this is a good place to hang out and maybe ask some questions. You can always ask questions on my profile too, and I'll make content for you. We're here.
All right, no problem.
Definitely here to help.
All right.
Yeah, no, that is amazing to hear. Funmi. No, thank you for coming up and speaking. But yeah, like Tricky said, we do spaces almost every day of the week. But you're always welcome to join. Ask any questions that you have. If you're, even if you just see us around on social media, we're on all platforms. You can just drop us a DM and ask any questions, and people will be more than willing to help you. So yeah, you're always welcome. Same time every week, 9 p.m. UK time. I'm not sure what time that is in in Nigeria. But
I think it's like 10 or 11.
It's actually 10:23 p.m.
No way, it's the same as here. I did not know that.
Yeah, I was about to say same time zone.
Yeah. Sorry, I did not know that. So yeah, 9 p.m. Your time is when the spaces start, and they normally run for 2 hours. I mean, Tricky's, do yours spaces last longer than 2 hours?
I usually try to keep them 2 hours so people can go back and play the recording for our scheduled spaces. But I do pop up spaces, and sometimes I'll just host a space and it'll go for 16 hours. That'll happen. So.
Yeah, no, I love it.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. And
hey, Wolfpack is back. How are we doing, Wolfpack? Welcome back, my friend.
Hey, what's up? I am having a bunch of trouble. Do you see I'm on here twice?
Yeah, I do see that, actually. I thought that was 2 different people.
No, that's my main account, and I'm on the orange account now, so we should be fine right now. I've been having trouble with my account in the past, so that's why I was trying to. That's why I got kicked off and couldn't get back on, and then I completely forgot that I said I just had to switch back to my other profile. So.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome to Twitter. We have issues every single week without fail. So
I know. It's funny because I love Twitter, but I hate Twitter. It's
me too.
The real alpha is you got to have like 2 or 3 devices because it'll be like, I don't like this phone today, but it'll work on the other one.
Well, what's crazy to me is, so I have an Android, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna get an iPad. I wanted an iPad anyway for doing like drawing and stuff on. So I said, but I can do my spaces on. Oh no, iPad's not supported on Spaces.
I know you had some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, what? I'm like, are you serious? Now, it's like I feel like I need an iPhone now just to make it easier, even though I'm definitely more of an Android guy. But then sometimes problems on Twitter. So we just need Elon Musk to actually get something fixed.
Yeah, he can get a rocket to land by itself in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
After launching a $1 billion satellite, but yeah, we can't get chats to work.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was thinking about it. The sound quality is actually pretty good compared to even what phone quality is now. I mean, I think I talk to people more on Spaces than I do on the telephone. But I used the telephone the other day and was like, "This is crappy audio." What is this?
Yeah, I've been having trouble with it myself with the Spaces. People getting kicked a lot, and I weren't too sure if it was me. We've upgraded our internet. I've been trying to get verified for quite a long time, but I have another account myself, and it keeps verifying the wrong account. So I keep having to email them and ask them to change it. And then I verified both accounts where I accidentally paid for the year, which I didn't mean to do, but I thought, well, I've done it now. And then when I emailed them, they said, "Oh, yeah, you can't have multiple accounts verified, but on iOS you can switch between different packages." So I've switched it over, and I'm just waiting for the tick to finally show up.
Well, yeah, so mine was verified, and I just, when I was going through all this stuff, trying to fix it, I changed my profile picture, and it unverifies you.
Yeah, it does. It only. Yeah, but only for.
Like 3
to
to 7.
I think it does it for like a couple of days.
Yeah. I'm like, what? So, but I haven't re-verified yet because I don't know. I might have to just go to my secondary account and move over because I keep having trouble with my primary. So I don't know.
Yeah, that is quite frustrating, isn't it? Yeah, but
it is. But hey, what are you gonna do?
I know.
You can tag Elon in the comments and retweet the room. That's what you can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's get Elon Musk in here. I mean, we've had some absolutely incredible guests on our Spaces. I think we can manage it.
I think we're good. You guys always have a lot of good. I mean, every time I've been on the Space, there's always a lot of good projects. A lot of variety of projects too. I like that.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. We've got to be fair, I know I say this every week, but we've got a really good team. There's 12 of us in the team.
Yeah, we work hard to get the best people in there.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, this is
7 days a week.
This is the thing too. This is not a degen space, and I like that. You know what I mean? It's not like just, I don't know, like, I'm so sick of going to the spaces where it's like, yo, what's up, blah, 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 playing music and stuff and all that, and like, it's like, I love, yeah, but like, okay, every once in a while, right? but yeah, like, we were having a serious conversation about the pulse chain in the beginning of the thing, you know what I mean? It's like, it's nice to have that, so to talk.
Yeah, no, thank you, and it means a lot that you say that, because that's sort of like how we've been trying to do this from the beginning. We wanted to really give that opportunity of being able to have really good discussions and conversations where people can even completely disagree with each other, but they can talk it out. And because, like, for example, Funmi is new to Web3 and this is her first experience, and she gets to listen to people have genuine conversations that she can listen in on and learn from, and ask questions about. So I really appreciate you saying that, and we've really tried to have that level of professionalism, and we've been fortunate to have, as we were saying earlier, a Marvel writer who's now added the plus to the name and a member of the community, and people have the opportunity to speak to someone that works for Marvel and asks questions around their experience about working and living in Hollywood. And it's amazing that we've been able to create that environment, and so I appreciate that you said that, because that does really mean a lot to us.
I thought it was kind of cool because you even kind of had me double thinking the way that I was thinking about pulse chain. You know what I'm saying? Like how I said that maybe it's good that you can switch one off for the other, and maybe get the lower gas fees and stuff. So there may be a plus behind it. So that's the thing. You want to have these discussions so that you learn more. You can change your mind, get new opinions. Not just if you want to just believe what you believe, you can just go stand in the corner and talk to yourself.
Yeah, for us, it's not about creating an echo chamber. It's about having those differences in opinion. It's something that I say all the time, and we can all have a chat and we can disagree on loads of things, but we're still friends. And that's kind of how we try and operate over here.
Yeah, definitely, and we're all about exactly that, and collaboration, and and like you said, learning different things and getting a different perspective, because it's always good to have people make you think about your decisions, and also give you a perspectives that you wouldn't normally get, and have conversations that you wouldn't normally get to have without that argument that just sort of brings in emotions, and then that pulls out being logical. So no, I'm glad that that's the perspective from an outside view, so to speak.
Like I said, there's a couple spaces that I really like. I do a lot of different spaces, but there's a couple that I really like, and then I find out that we have like a lot of different conversations. You know what I mean? Like it kind of goes off. It's not just the same thing every time. Talking even when I talk about my project, I try to bring different new things that I'm having coming in, or new aspects, explain it a certain way, and and that helps that you guys have different projects in here, and it makes for a better experience. These places that are like all cookie cutter spaces, nobody's even really listening to them, because I'll tell you, in your space, the Royal Spaces, and like Party Spud Club, like I've actually followed people and actually gotten into projects out of some of those spaces. But like the real like degen, like just whatever spaces, I've never followed. I've never gotten into any of those projects because there's no content there.
Yeah,
a lot of those projects, Brandon, turn into being like the 6 month, like, hey, everything looks good, and then everybody like ditches because they have the shiny, object syndrome, as Brandon said earlier.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, man, because like I've joined several projects from these types of spaces as well, and the Rev, like the Revolution, they got my attention. Like, and Brandon was the guy that was telling me most about them. I believe Trey I don't know if he's still in the Trey's still here. He's been preaching it over to Azale, which is my buddy Matt.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's all coming around. We're like, oh, okay, you hear it from like 5 people. You're like, you gotta check out this communities. And I'm not trying to be biased. I was like, oh well, we already have the meta community, but then it doesn't hurt to go out and meet new friends.
Yeah.
See these other projects, get diversified more. Like, I love it. I mean, I don't have like a shit ton of money to invest in everybody's project, but I definitely try to circle back around. And everybody has, like, hey, choose what really relates with you first. And then, if you find like good friends elsewhere, then, you can stick your money over there later, then do it,
Yeah.
I wish we could bring more people into the Twitter space to learn about these NFT projects in crypto. And one thing that Tucker Carlson just pointed out, guys, that he's going to be on Twitter, by the way. I don't know if anybody noticed that. I haven't been a huge Tucker Carlson like avid watcher or something, but I saw a lot of his clips out on TikTok and shit. And he aligns with what things that I believe in, right? So he put out this really cool video explaining how, there's fake information, there's real information, there's real information that they say is real information, but it's not. And one of the last apps out there that's actually like freedom of speech is Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never thought of it that way.
I actually saw it. I saw him
as of like 9 months ago. And I'm enjoying it. Like, we're not getting censored for what we're saying other than being like belligerent assholes, then you can get reported. But like, people need to come in and have these conversations like you guys were saying and learn and just listen to these other people talk. And you're like, oh, there's actual real people like having an actual intelligent conversation. It's not just like shilling the fuck out of everybody's NFTs, but we actually hang out and chat too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you've really made my day saying that, so thank you very much. And a massive shout out to all the people that go out there and represent the communities the way that they do, because like you said, it really makes a difference, and it's super appreciated. And it's really amazing that you guys are saying this, because that's exactly what we're trying to achieve, because we want to bring people together and bring communities together so people can sort of see that we can all, even if we don't collaborate, we can coincide with each other, because if we want Web3 to still be here in a year's time, fighting each other to the top ain't going to be what brings people in. And the platform we've been working on for the last year and a half with the communities and creating these spaces, and we've been fortunate to partner with the Crypto Magazine, which is the largest crypto publication in the world. They absolutely love their communities, and we love them because they're so community driven, and they're trying to bring global adoption to this industry as well. And they're almost on the front line with their magazine that's in 21 countries if you include airports. And it's been able to bring people like that together, like you said, to have these conversations so people can just come and learn and see what it's about. So really appreciate you saying that, guys, honestly.
And I'll tell you this too, the thing is with like something like that magazine, right, that's going to get out there, that's going to get in people's minds, right? But at the same time, they need to find good projects, good things. So it's literally like a big circle. It has to be with all of the good actors in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing. And I noticed that I see in a lot of the spaces that I go in, I see a lot of the same people, which is a good thing, because that means that I'm surrounding myself by good people. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's a real honor for me to kind of, when I'm recognized now, when people are like, oh, hey, what's up, Wolfunk? Like, I know where you go. That's an honor to me, because I feel like this is a important thing. It's kind of like how like the internet, when it took off, like, we're right here on the beginning, and we have the chance to help make a difference and stop these pricks from, doing these rug pulls and stuff and making things right, and just stepping in. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Brandon, I've been seeing that on Facebook for the last 3 days. Same people that I've been like, I've known them for like, let's say 4 or 5 years. and I've seen them in all these different MLM startups. And actually, one of the first things I got involved with as far as crypto blockchain stuff was like what they called a blockchain alliance. And I haven't even been able to touch my money yet. It's been like over a year now. It's like over 10 grand. So like I call myself being scammed already by them. They're still floating around and they're like, oh no, we're just not letting people withdraw their money. And it's total bullshit. But anyways, I'm seeing several more versions of the same thing pop out there on Facebook. And they go live, and like these guys, they're the same people that are jumping from this project to this project to this project. And each time, like the guy literally was saying, I'm looking for people to build a team. I'm looking to build a team. And I'm like, you all don't even realize what he's telling you. Like, he wants to build a team of people to make money off of y'all. And
he wants to
maybe
build
the
a
first
scam.
10 people are going to make money, but that after that, all the suckers that get in late are going to be missing out or be stuck without being able to draw their money. You know, and it's like, fuck all that. And it's so annoying seeing that shit. And that's why it's like very, it's like, it's part of my agenda. Like what I'm doing with life is to like promote NFTs and safe places in crypto and like live off that. So it's like, we got to push harder. And that's why like joining up with you guys means the world to me, because I'll be pushing that shit in real life. Like whenever I stop to go do like set up a pop-up tent event or something. And I got some other things planned to like make some money along the way. But I'll be like wrapping my car and my camper and shit. And there's going to be some Wolf Punks on there. There'll be some GMC on there and some other partner projects. And I know it might not be a magazine going into like 100 countries, but if somebody sees that shit and they scan a QR code and they find one of your projects, y'all can thank me later.
That's the beauty of it, and that's amazing, bro. Because you know that's what it's about, and that's why we have the pluses in our name. I mean, we never push it, but you know, you guys, it'd be an honor if you just could have the plus, because that's what that represents. It's a way that we can represent each other.
I want a plus in my name and tell that fancy plus story.
Oh, I know why. I put a plus in my other name. I had to switch accounts.
Yeah. Honestly, it means a lot because
tell me how to earn the plus.
No, because it means well, not only like I think it's an honor, you know what I mean, but there's actually like some like things behind it that kind of sit with me. You know what I'm saying? Because of, I have some issues in my life that I've gone through. So it's an honor to, that's why I said what you guys do really is besides just the part of crypto, the other stuff like is, talking about mental awareness and stuff is the hard thing to talk about. People don't want to talk about. It's the like, how do you say, like almost
they don't want to make time to listen to your shit, but
no, it's
they
like
want people to listen to their stuff though, right?
It's like the elephant in the room.
Yes, it's the elephant in the room, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
we're all reciprocators here, and that's what the good thing is. Like we're willing to listen. As long as everybody's willing to listen to us when we're willing to speak, And I'm gonna shut up on that note because you were talking.
But I mean, it does, and it does. So I respect that. And actually, me and Chris we're gonna be. We don't know yet because there's a long road ahead of us, but we are actually thinking about trying to take some of the rescue dogs that we do and make service dogs out of them and get service dogs to people a lot cheaper than what people think.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I have a service dog myself, so that's why it's meaningful to me and veterans and other veterans that could really benefit from that. I've seen a lot of veteran buddies of mine go down the path of doing bad drugs and turning into shit bums. But like, I don't know if some of them can be saved, but maybe we could save others before they get down that nasty rabbit hole.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, I know this. I've from doing rescue and I've had I've saved a lot of dogs and that's helped. But I'll tell you, I have had some problems in my life, and if I have a beagle that I've had for he just turned 13 years old, and if it wasn't for him, I don't know that I would be here. So, like that's the thing is like having people to talk to. Like mental illness is a real thing. This just is a space that needs so much more attention, and that's why we've kind of changed we have an alpha community in my project, but we're just calling it the alpha community because we are wolves, and when you're a wolf, you're part of the family. So if anybody needs to talk about anything, they can come and talk to any of us. You know what I mean? It's not about, hey, we're going to give you call outs and we're going to, make you money. No, hey, listen, if you want to say, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling good today. To tell you the truth, I've had some stuff going on lately, and I had a pretty bad day yesterday, and I turned it around, and I'm having a great day today. So, if I can help other people do that, then that's great,
Yeah, and that's amazing, and we want to support that because that's something that we're very passionate about because it is the elephant in the room and it matters, And I talk about mental health myself because I experience it myself. I've suffered with chronic anxiety all of my life, and it's crippling.
It is. I have anxiety, and I'll tell you what, it is one of the most crippling, scariest things, especially when you first start going through it and you don't know what it is.
Wow, yeah.
Oh my God! And you think you're having a heart attack, or you think
you think you're dying.
Yes,
I've probably had. I've got to have had over 1,000 panic attacks, and I'm not even over exaggerating. And honestly, each and every single one hits just as hard. One of the things that turned it around for me was there was this woman, and she said, "The next time you have a panic attack, remember that your survival rate is 100%." Right. And that really turned it around for me because in those next moments, I found more courage in that. There's times I had to pull over on the hard shoulder of the motorway in tears, like because I'm just trying to like push through to go to work so I can provide for the family. And it's like, unless you experience it, you just kind of feel that people wouldn't understand. So I respect that you're speaking out yourself about it. And same for you. I'm always here for anyone. Drop me a DM anytime. I'm not just saying that because we're in a room full of people, but we've always been advocates for it because we're all human. We all feel things. We're all affected. We all go through things, and different things affect people differently as well. So big respect to you for that. And I just wanted to quickly touch on something else you said there, quick before I forget. The fact that you do things with rescue dogs. Doglin's just below me. He's got two projects: Doglin's Official and Stray Dogs Club, and that his projects are to help animals in animal shelters. So you guys should have to have a conversation.
For sure. Yes, definitely.
I was just listening to that, and I was like, "Hey, this guy's speaking the same language as me." Like, what I mean? Because you've got your beagle, right? But I had my dog Jackie Chan for 17 years, and he helped me through the dark spots of my life.
Well, what's so funny?
Because he is a rescue dog as well. And he actually ended up rescuing me. So it's really wicked.
Well, the funny thing is when I was on the phone, you heard the lady on the phone that was talking earlier.
Yeah.
That was me coming back. We just did a transport and transported a rescue dog up to, like about an hour north of us. Wow. So so today, that, and that's the thing too, as I say about my project is like, I always try to tell people I do rescue. So my project has to work. I can't let it rug because my project saved lives. You know what I mean? And it's like I started my project. I started doing rescue in 2017. I started my project so that I can further my rescue. You know what I'm saying? Not like, hey, I'm going to say that I'm going to say I'm donating and stuff like that so that I can, make it look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. This is what you're doing now is what I ultimately want to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's just I've had a really rough time of it all. I started my projects exactly on the same day that the markets crashed, both of them.
Well, that's
So
all right.
I was in a really bad position every single time, but I'm still here, and I'm not giving up.
Well, and that's
It's a
okay
marathon,
because
so.
I can help you with a lot of stuff. I can and we can coordinate. We can work together, and I can teach you some stuff, and I can teach you some really good things that you can do that are easy, and and when we can grow together, because when I start growing and I start donating, if we can donate to, because I want the rescues to pick the next place we donate to, because I want it to go to small grassroots rescue, because those are the people that are really doing the work. You know what I mean? These big corporations, they're not getting any money from me. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing ends up there anyway.
No,
You have
no,
to
it doesn't.
also donate it directly to small shelters.
Yeah.
It's the same with me. I directly want to go into the shelter and ask them, what do you need to do what you can do better and make this dog's lives or cats or whatever lives better? What do you need? Do you need a new printer? We can sort it out, and that kind of stuff. Or if somebody wants to adopt but they can't afford to pay for the big bill first, then we can support people with that and that kind of stuff. So that's what I want to do in the future.
Definitely, we can definitely.
So
work together.
that's my dream. So
yeah, well, we can definitely work together, because there's a lot of stuff that, like I said, especially as I grow, that we can have your project doing with Wolf Punks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can work together.
Let's coordinate that in the background. Then great.
For sure. Yeah,
wicked.
Yeah.
My name's Christian, by the way.
Okay, I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Let's go. That is what this is about. Yeah. Sorry to speak about it like you weren't here, Christian. I know you've not been so well, so I wasn't sure if you were going to turn.
No, I'm still actually not well, but I'm always here.
Yeah, that is one thing we can say. This man has been here through the entire bear market today, every single day on social media, doing his thing, building his project, networking. The man is an absolute legend. I couldn't love anyone more than I love Christian. He's an absolute hero.
Thanks.
No problem. No problem. The man's a legend, honestly. But yeah, no, it's great that that's what this is about. Networking and connecting and building together, and amazing things will happen from the back of this.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the other thing too is when you, that's where the power comes into play. Is because I have immense passion for dog rescue, right? And when you meet people, they're the same. And if we can team up and start working together, then we become a force, and then we spread and we become a force. And, that just, to me, is one of the best ways that you are able to change. It's because it's not about doing $1 billion difference, right? It's about, hey, I need to go here and make it.
One thing is a difference. If you just help one person, one person, it's enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how big it is, as long as you help somebody.
Well, because I think people are like this. They're like, oh, I don't have much money to start, right? And it's like, wait, go buy somebody, a dog, a leash. You know what I mean? Like anything. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much stuff you can do. I mean, I started when I first got into starting doing this. I started making slip leads for rescues by hand. You know what I mean? This, and that was not really expensive because it was just buying the raw material, and then I just kind of expanded. So
Brandon, things that you and I have talked on the back end.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, like we can eventually start like Brandon Wolf Punk stuff on them and be like, hey, here's a leash. That's what's up.
Yeah. But then the other thing too is I'll tell you one thing that I want to do.
It does take money to help people though.
Oh yeah, it does. It does, of course. But I'll tell you the other thing too is I want to make sure that we focus on education too, because we need to educate people about what's going on with, like, how to take care of their animals, how to, like, you wouldn't be surprised the people that I meet that don't know